So we have new information regarding Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince, specifically from a new article Square Enix put out, and we're going to go through that today. It covers new monsters that will appear for the first time in this game, and it gives us an overview of the characters that we will see in this story. If you enjoy me talking about Dragon Quest and jrpgs, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and so I would very much appreciate if we hit that number soon. Make sure to like the video, drop a comment, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and dive into this article. It actually released today, so for once I'm actually, on time with these things. And like I did for Dragon Quest Treasures, we're definitely going to be covering all new information for the Dark Prince up to release. So let me pull up the article here. Alright, a new look at Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. Last month, we revealed Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. This monstrous new RPG casts you as a monster wrangler who must scout monsters and use them in battle in order to become the master of monster kind. And of course, we know all about that. Today, we're going to go a little deeper and give you a sneak peek at the heroes of the story, the world in which their marvelous adventure plays out, and some of the game's main features. The story of Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. This new adventure follows Pizarro, a name that Dragon Quest fans may have remembered from Dragon Quest IV: Chapters of the Chosen. Although this game is completely standalone, so it doesn't matter if you don't. They're really trying to put out there that you can just dive into this game, which is good. You won't have to play Dragon Quest IV to play the Dark Prince. Let's continue reading here. Poor Pizarro. Also, I'm gonna say Pizarro, even though someone brought it to my knowledge that it might be just pronounced sorrow. I don't think it's too big of a deal either way, even though I do think sorrow does sound cooler than Pizarro, but I'm just gonna still say Pizarro because it's what I'm used to, okay? Poor Pizarro is cursed by his own father, the ruler of the monster realm of Nadiria, and rendered incapable of harming any creature with monster blood. In defiance, Pizarro becomes a monster wrangler and soon commands his very own army of loyal monster minions. On his quest for revenge against his father, he meets Rose, a young elvish woman, and a mysterious man who goes by the name Untitled Chapter. Together, they head off to find the perils awaiting them in Nadiria. Pizarro's ultimate goal is vengeance, but he'll need to befriend many monsters and tread many dark paths before he's capable of fulfilling that ambition. The characters of Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. As you'd expect from a game bearing the Dragon Quest name, this monster wrangling adventure is filled with colorful characters. Let's introduce some of the main players. Of course, we have Pizarro, and they actually have the voice actors here, which is pretty neat. So, I messed that up badly. Lim Lee, I think that's how you say it. Pizarro is the main protagonist of the story. He is a young demi-human whose silver hair and red eyes make him instantly recognizable. He sets out to become a monster wrangler in order to defeat his father, the master of monster kind. So the next character we have is Rose, voiced by Emma Ballantine. Rose is an invaluable ally to Pizarro, who joins him on his forays into Nadiria and uses her mystical elven powers to reveal the path through this foreboding land. Rose is a gentle, kind-hearted soul, but unafraid to stand up for what she believes in. Next character we got is Untitled Chapter, voiced by Hyol O'Grady. Probably messed that one up, but I'm trying. A young researcher of magic with a self-confessed propensity for five-finger discounts. Talon joins Pizarro to scour Nadiria for magical ingredients not found in the human world. So the next character we have is Fizzy, voiced by Harriet Carmichael. This cheeky creature has made it her life's mission to seek out the best and brightest monster wranglers of the world. Fizzy becomes something of a mentor to Pizarro and teaches him the basics of monster wrangling. Gotta have that jrpg mascot, it's just a must. So then we have the varied vistas of Nadiria. Much of the story in Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince takes place in Nadiria, an underworld domain where monsters reign supreme. Nidiria is divided into a number of realms, called circles, with each one comprised of 3 separate areas, a lower, a middle, and a upper echelon. Here's the Circle of Timber. And of course, I'll have a picture of that on the screen. Then we have the Circle of Indulgence. Oh my god, looking like Whole Cake Island from One Piece. What is going on here? A world that changes with the seasons. Even in Nidiria, time marches on and the seasons cycle in familiar fashion. As the seasons change, so too does the landscape and the monsters that inhabit it. A new time of year brings with it new, fresh discoveries and more monsters to befriend. These screenshots actually look pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I'll have them up on the screen rolling through, but I'm excited for this game. Okay, so meet the monsters. So I think this is where we're actually going to see the new monsters introduced in this game. I scrolled through this article earlier and I did see one monster that is already my favorite. So let's go ahead and read this section. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince is the newest game in the Dragon Quest Monsters series. As tradition dictates, the main character is adept at forming powerful bonds with monsters they meet. These monster allies will join the hero on their adventure, fighting in their stead against enemies they encounter. In that sense, this game is no different, but unlike his predecessors, Pizarro is under the influence of a curse, placed upon him by his father, the ruler of Nidiria. As a result, he's unable to harm any creature with monster blood himself. Pizarro resolves to become a monster wrangler, training up his team of monsters or creating new ones through the power of synthesis. With over 500 different types of monster and a revamped synthesis system, there are brand new monster combinations to discover and many familiar friends and arch enemies from other titles in the Dragon Quest series to create. And with the game's online capabilities, you can now do battle with monster wranglers the world over. I'm actually excited for this. That is pretty cool. Being able to play online against people in Dragon Quest Monsters, now that sounds amazing. Sign me up. But let's introduce a few of the monsters who will make their first appearance in Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. So we have Gullionimbus. Gullionimbus, I think that's how you say it. Gullionimbus. These sneaky slimes summon thunderstorms and gales from the comfort of their cloud. Nice. I think it looks pretty cool. Not my favorite though. Let's scroll down. I think my favorite one's at the bottom. So we have Vegan Dragora. I think that's how you say it. Vegan Dragora. This dragon maintains a symbiotic relationship with the flower that sprouts from its head. Pretty nice. That one is a little bit more mid on the design, but you know, I respect it. Here we have the cleanest one. Look at this dude. The Ronin Raccoon. This monster peers deep into the psyche of its foes to determine how best to strike them down. Bro, this man just goes so hard. Definitely that dude has to be on my team, actually. Okay, so release date DLC. So I actually don't know if this was mentioned before. This might be the first time it's ever been mentioned, but there will be DLC that will coincide with the release of this game. So let me read this section. 3 sets of DLC will go on sale to coincide with the release of the main game: The Mole Hole, Coach's Joe's Dungeon Gym, and Treasure Trunks. Progress through this additional content to earn rewards that will help you on your quests, as well as new outfits for Pizarro to wear. Content will be available to purchase from the Nintendo Switch eShop. So it kind of gives an overview of the 3 different DLCs. I'll read that. So, The Mole Hole. Delve underground for a reunion with monster types you've befriended once before. You'll also have the opportunity to scout monsters that are otherwise very tricky to synthesize. This DLC includes the Gothic Vestment outfit. Pretty cool. Now let me read this next section. So the next DLC is Coach Joe's Dungeon Gym. Explore these randomly generated dungeons and battle legions of powerful monsters. Each dungeon comes with unique requirements that require players to carefully assess and construct their party. Dispatch the boss that awaits in the final room to earn rare items that will aid you in raising ever stronger allies. This DLC includes the Cake Maker's Clobber outfit. And so the last DLC mentioned here is Treasure Trunks. Every time you open these mysterious treasure chests, you'll obtain an exciting reward. However, you'll have to wait a little bit before you can open up the chest again and obtain the next exciting reward on the list. Keep opening them and you're guaranteed to get your hands on some very exciting items indeed. This DLC includes the monstrous male outfit. We hope you enjoyed that brief preview of Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince. And then they plug their social media, their Square Enix store, so on and so forth. And of course, this game launches December 1st for Nintendo Switch 2023. And you can actually pre-order the game physically from the Square Enix store. I'm so excited to play this game. I'm always excited for all things Dragon Quest, but a new Monsters game? Come on, this has been like in the making for a while. We have needed this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. And follow me on Instagram. Check out my other links below to support me. And bye. I'll catch you in the next video, which will be something RPG related. Bye.